Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, thank you very much for this large outcome of the media. Basically, today, G.M.I, Gerakan Mansuhkan I.S.A, is handing over a memorandum to the Singapore High Commission on the issue of detention of Abdul Majid Kunji Mohamad under the I.S.A. As you all should be aware, he was detained under the I.S.A of Malaysia on the 6th of May 2011 and was deported to Singapore on 19th of May. And we have today with us also his wife, Puan Suryati Osman, who is also going to be meeting up with the Singapore High Commissions, and we have already obtained agreement to meet up with the First Secretary of the Singapore High Commissions, Mr. Harold Lee, who has already met us recently, just now, but we're going to go in now and also talk with him about the issue. So what we are asking for today is basically to urge the Singapore Embassy to intervene and also request the police and the Singapore government to free Abdul Majid immediately or put him on trial in a court of justice. He should be given recourse to a fair trial in conformity with international standards of due process, with access to full legal representation and family members. And they should also allow the wife and the family members of Abdul Majid to visit him at the detention center in Singapore. So we hope that our meeting with the Singapore High Commission today would be beneficial, and we also hope to address issues or matters of evidences, and also perhaps relationship between the Malaysian government and the Singapore government on the issue of terrorism or allegations made upon Abdul Majid. So I hope those will be the things that we'll be discussing with the Singapore High Commissions. Thank you very much. Okay, if you don't mind, you can wait later, but we'll be having a meeting now with the Singapore High Commissions of Mr. Harold Lee to meet up with us. We had different experiences before this, but this is a very positive move on the part of the Singapore High Commission to meet up with us. Of course, I would say that he has accepted the memorandum that was given to him. I believe that he will be relaying the contents of the memorandum to the Singapore government, but we don't have that high hopes. I think it is something which we understand. They have certain jurisdiction that they have certain duties, but we do still hope that their conscience is there to relay the memorandum, contents of the memorandum, which is to urge and ask for the intervention of the Singapore High Commissions to ask for the release of Abdul Majid from the police and Singapore government. And of course, also very essential at this point of time is to ask that the wife will be able to meet up with Abdul Majid very, very soon. And we do hope that this can be done very, very soon. Since he has been detained now in Singapore for more than 2 weeks, and his family members have not been able to meet with him. And I don't think also the lawyers have been able to meet up with him as well. So we are worried about and we're very concerned about his condition. We don't know in what condition he is in, his health condition, his state of mind, because the allegations against him are very, very heavy. Very, very heavy. And I think that's something which we need to take note of, and we felt that he's been wrongly accused, and the only way that we can ensure that he should be innocent until proven guilty. So he should be having the day in court, and also have legal access to his legal counsel. Okay? Any questions? Soalan?
Membebaskan.
selama pasti apakah ada rakan-rakan NGO di sana. Mungkin ada, tapi mungkin mereka tidak melihat isu ini sebagai satu isu yang besar. Tapi kita akan cuba hubungi. Yang keduanya, kita akan juga cuba hubungi mungkin daripada pihak pembangkang, parti pembangkang di Singapura. Sebab kita tahu bahawa baru-baru ini dalam pilihan raya di Singapura, pembangkang pun mendapat undi yang baik, beberapa kursi. Jadi kita percaya sebenarnya sekiranya pihak Kerajaan Singapura ingin benar-benar mengambil kira hasrat rakyat Singapura untuk perubahan, salah satunya adalah berkenaan dengan I.S.A. Jadi kita harap kita dapat juga sokongan daripada pihak pembangkang lah di Singapura. Any more questions? Tak ada? Yes. Berapa lama? Around 20 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes. But it was a very good meeting. Kita share our positions. We also share our theory about Singapore as well. Because we see that the direction for Singapore is change. And we hope that the first change that to be made is on the issue of terrorism, the Security Act. Although we may be we were informed that perhaps in Singapore the majority supports I.S.A. But then again, I think it is because of the situation and the kind of conditions in Singapore. They don't have that enough information on the authorities on the issue with I.S.A. as what we have here. Although limited, but we still have more information rather than people in Singapore. So I think that's the reason why the majority supports without knowing what I.S.A. is really about. Of course not. I don't think he can make that promise. I think it's clearly, he mentioned that clearly that he can only relay the information to the Singapore government, and I think that's good enough as far as we're concerned. But Puan Sugati mentioned herself to Mr. Harold Lee that that's what she wants. She wanted to meet up with her husband. That's the most important thing now, to meet up with her husband.
Any chance you'll be going to Singapore in person?
Me? Not yet. We have not planned any visits yet. I think the first thing is we must get confirmation from the Singapore government that she can meet up with the husband, rather than we just can go there. And at the same time, we know that the family members in Singapore has not been able to meet with Abdul Majid anyway. So I think that those indications we need to be there before we can confirm for her to go to Singapore and meet with Abdul Majid.
Itu bila ada Malaysia government
Malaysian government to pressure. I think it's the opposite. Perhaps. I know Malaysian government will do nothing about this. They are the culprit in the first place. They detained Abdul Majid without any proof, and now they have deported him to Singapore without any due process at the same time. So I think the culprit here is the government of Malaysia. Okay? That's it. Thank you very much.